princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the Holika Holika Milky Dew Balm from the Pastel Haze collection. I picked these up with the rest of the Pastel Haze collection products, and these are probably the biggest prompter for me to actually purchase the collection because I thought that the colours looked so nice, and I'm also really into like the more light natural makeup at the moment, and I love a coloured or tinted lip balm because my lips are so dry. So I thought it would be really nice to have a few extra colours. I have tried quite a few different balms before, and so I have a good idea of what I like in a lip balm product. So if you would like to see more of these and my opinion on them, please just keep watching. I will be doing small sections. I have the product description, packaging, swatches, and then my final thoughts. So if you'd like to jump to any of those places, please do so now. So for this one, the product description is odd. It says, like soft milk, the more it touches the lips, the more natural the white moisture permeates. The transparent sense of colour adheres as if dyed without clumping or unevenness. It consists of a neutral colour that is good for use as a base and a milky mute pastel colour that goes well with anyone. Or anything, I'm sure. The packaging of these balms is really cute. Each outside of the balm is a different colour that corresponds to the balm's colour inside. I think they did really well with these because there are two red colours that are similar and two orange colours that are similar, but it's easy to tell which one I'm trying to pick up, whereas sometimes it's a bit ambiguous and I find that annoying because my collection is a little large, and I know that that's a me problem and not a product problem, but it's worth mentioning if you have a large collection. They are a wind-up system. However, one of the other annoying things about these is if you wind them up, they will not go back down unless you actually press on the balm. The winding mechanism for all 5 colours doesn't wind back down without pressing on the actual product itself, which is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. It still goes back down. It's just kind of like maybe the balm is too like full on the outsides and it's getting a little stuck. Whatever, it works. It's just, you know, like don't wind them all the way up. Otherwise, when you wind them all the way down, you're going to have to stick your finger on top of the lip balm. That's all. There are 5 different colours in the collection, and they have a nice range of colours. I think personally, that's one of the reasons that I did pick them to review them, because I liked the range. So the first shade is called Jam, and this one is kind of like an orangey red shade. The application is in between a lipstick and a lip balm. You do need to be precise about where you put it, so it is helpful that it is sort of like shaped, but then like you kind of get to like rub it in like it would be a lip balm. It's a very weird sensation. It also kind of has the texture of really in between a lipstick and a lip balm as well. Like it feels lightweight on the lips, but when you rub your lips together, it still feels like there is a product there, and it's not super slippery. It's kind of like there's a bit of grip to it. It's very interesting. It's what gives it that more matte kind of texture. I do really like this colour. I have gotten a surprisingly large amount of wear out of it so far, because when I looked at the collection I was like, oh, I don't think I'm going to like this one. So I'm very glad that I do. So this is number 1, Jam. Number 2 is called Oat, and this one is a bit more of a lighter like nudie orange colour. So this is how this one looks. Again, I did get a surprisingly large amount of wear out of this because again I looked at it and I was like, oh, I hate that. Just goes to show that you should give stuff a try before completely saying no to them. And I think it's really pretty. I think that from my mind, the marketed pictures of this were quite a lot lighter, so I was expecting more like a lighter peach colour. It's definitely like an orange tone. It's just not really as light as what I think it should be, or what it was advertised to be. So this is number 2, Oat. Number 3 is called Curd, and this one is a similar sort of tone to Oat, but a little bit more dark. So this is how Curd looks on the lips. I think it again is unsuspectingly pretty, and I have got a lot of wear out of it. They just look very natural on the lips as well. Like it is just like a slight tint of colour, but on a more matte scale. So I do think that this looks really, really nice. But this is number 3, Curd. Number 4 is called Boba, and this one is kind of like the berry red of the collection. This one is definitely one of my favourites. I think that it looks really nice. It's like a lip colour that's there, but it's like a more natural version of a red, I would say, and I like the undertones of this one better than number 1, which was Jam. That one had the more orangey undertones. I still got a lot of wear out of it, but I prefer I prefer Boba over Jam. So this is number 4, Boba. The last one is probably my favourite. This number 5, which is called Panna, and it is the light pink of the collection. This one is really beautiful. It is a lovely shade for like my lips but better look for me. It's like, is that like cool toned or even like a little more purpley toned than a lot of the other pinks are, especially like in comparison to my Morphe one that I have, or actually any of the other balms that I have are definitely more of those brighter, more pinky pinks. whereas this one's more purpley pink, and I actually really like it. It reminds me a lot of the Peri Peri Airy Ink Velvet. It's like in number 10 from the original Velvet line. It's so confusing that they did 2 lines, like the ones that have like the not round bottle. But this one is gorgeous. I wear it so often, definitely most out of all of the other colors. So this is number 5, Pana. So overall, I actually really like these products, and I think that I'm going to be keeping probably most of them, which is a surprise in itself to me because 1, I didn't think I would like all of them. Usually I don't really like the oranges too much. And 2, when I first tried them, I was so disappointed and I was like, ooh, these are not what I thought they were going to be. I'm so upset about that. So let's dive a little bit more into why my mind changed for those. So my assumptions when I look at the products are beautiful, soft, dewy lips with like a little hint of color, and the colors are really bright and they look really, really nice. However, when you look at them in real life, they are not the same colors, which is why when I first tried them, I was kind of disappointed. I was like, these are not the colors that I wanted when I picked up this collection. However, the reason I changed my mind is because they are still nice. They're just not as overproduced and edited as what is shown to you on the pictures. They're similar, don't get me wrong, they're not totally different. But when you look at the pictures, I'm like, they're not the same. They're not the same. Then we get to the texture. When you look at the texture in the pictures, they look so nice. They look soft, they look dewy, diffused, beautiful. And I was disappointed because on my lips, they do not look like this. However, again, my lips don't look like that. My lips are wrinkly, they are uneven in texture, they have flakiness. The balms do not accentuate that. They actually do a really good job of making my lips look nicer. It's just when you compare yourself to these beautiful photoshopped, probably filler lips, they just don't look as nice, which made me a little bit sad. And then after I've used them for like a week or 2, I was like, actually, it still looks nice. It looks better than a matte lipstick for sure, and it feels moisturizing, which is beautiful. So overall, I think that it is a really great product. So a few of the things that I like is the color range. I feel like there's a really great range of colors, and they're not your usual like Kbeauty or other lip tint colors that I have. So in comparison to the rest of my collection, these are quite unique actually. Like even the pink that I'm wearing at the moment, this is number 5 Pana. This one is more like mauvey toned. It's a little bit more cooler toned, whereas in comparison to all of the other Balm products that I own, those are all like bright, more pinky pinks. So this definitely stands out. The second thing is that they have a matte finish without feeling drying. It's so nice. They don't feel sticky, like I can't even feel them on my lips. They just feel like a little bit of like silicone layer without feeling slidey. The texture and the application is so easy and so nice. So if you're looking for a balm-like product that makes your lips feel like you're wearing lip balm but doesn't look glossy, this is definitely a range that I would recommend. It is a little bit weird to apply them because they feel kind of like watery on the lips when you put them on, but then when they, you know, sit, they don't look shiny. It's quite nice. One of the other downsides that I've forgotten about until right now is the scent. They kind of smell like grapefruit maybe. It's like a really bitter citrus, and I'm not a huge fan. I don't like the taste of it, I don't like the smell of it, but it's not enough to put me off using them. Like I'm not sniffing them and going, I'd rather put anything else on my mouth. It's just there, it's quite strong. If you don't like that scent, if it makes you feel nauseous maybe, it might not be a range I would recommend for you. However, even though there are quite a few negatives that I can pick up on, I still really like them. I think that there are more positives for me that outweigh the negatives at the moment. And so I think I'm actually going to be keeping almost all of the collection. I think probably maybe the only one I probably wouldn't keep might be number 3, which is Curd. That one is like the more like pumpkin-y orange. However, because it's autumn, I actually have had use for that one. Same with Brown Chili, which is the number 4. Number 1. Number 1 Jam, that's the more like orangey one. I've actually also had quite a lot of use for that, like when I'm wearing a more orangey red top. It does look quite nice. So they're kind of filling a few spots that I didn't have products for, which I'm really, really surprised about, but it's quite nice. So all in all, even though there are a few things that I don't like about these, they are going to be ones that I'm keeping in my collection for now. And if you're looking for a matte lip balm that still makes your lips feel soft and moisturized without looking shiny, it is a collection I would recommend that you try out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!